But Raven, they won that fight. It's not the cleanest one, but what are the notes that we can
The
give to
notes,
Raven?
don't go after the kills, go after the objectives. The turtle, the turrets, you know what guys, this is the main objective of the game. So I really think that is the key, that is your key to winning. So yeah, we're on the drafting phase and we are now seeing a lot of assassin bans so far. Whoa, all assassin ban.
All assassin ban. VND might secure the Cho this time because it was Raven who secured it last time. I think that most teams really win by this particular hero, but they will go for the Hayabusa once again. It wasn't as successful as it was a successful period previously. And I think Raven, they don't have to change their playbook. They can go for the Cho once again, like what they're doing right now, and pack it up with something like another Lolita. Maybe they will snatch the saber this time.
We have been seeing a lot of saber picks in here, but unfortunately, I'm just not feeling the saber. Personally, me, I'm not seeing the saber as a key factor to winning. Rather, I am seeing the tank support heroes as one of the key factors to winning instead, just like Cho, just like Akai, and probably Jawhead as well.
So there's the Akai picked up by Vicious and Delicious. It's an Raven.
Alright, shout out to Lenang Sagara. Thank you so much for adding the hashtag #BeLegendary. Again guys, add the hashtag so that we can easily notice all your messages.
That's true. Now, what is the decision from Raven? They can go for the Lolita or
there you go. Lolita, good crowd control, good support, very tanky hero as well. And we can see here Harley locked it in. You know what? Harley is one of the good mages as well, because right now in this season we're looking for heroes that have a really good crowd control, mobility, as well as damage. A hero that can be very, versatile, very useful in all the aspects that may be needed in terms of winning the clashes, in terms of, a lot of different situations.
Giving a lot, contributing a lot in the team fights. I think that is the major factor for most of the teams. There is the Alpha picked up by Jep this time for VND. Well, I don't know if Jep will actually play it himself, but the highest was the Alpha will be the choice for Vicious and Delicious. The Martis will be the last pick for Raven. Curious to see that from a top tier ban, teams are actually not prioritizing getting the Martis themselves.
Yes.
But I think they have secured it pretty well.
Right?
That is really surprising. From 100 to 0 in real quick for the Martis.
Yes, but then again, they took the opportunity since no one tried to get it on the side of Vicious and Delicious. They took it for their last pick. And yeah, it was real surprising, but then again, we can see how useful this hero is once it snowballed as early as possible in a game. So, a lot of lives, although having a slither of health, he can actually survive a 1v1 or even, can really do
we saw that earlier. I think it's one of the highlight plays right there.
Yeah.
If we have a highlight play, that was definitely it. I can't remember who played it though. Can't remember who exactly played the Martis previously, but that was one hell of a Martis play. Let's see if it will be happening once again, this time for Raven, as again they have taken game number 1, Vicious and Delicious. They will have to rely on the Alpha, which is not successful by the way, as well as the Hylos as to answer for the firepower of
and
Raven.
we'll have to see if in this game, are they gonna go for the objectives now? And yeah, shout out to Adam Hakim. Thank you so much for watching. Steven Ang, those who are writing the hashtag #BeLegendary. We've been looking for in the chat room. Then again, we're just waiting for our second game to start and we'll be in the line of that anytime soon. Then again, this is the last two. These are the two teams that are actually on the bottom place in our rankings right now. And we'll have to see will this be a 2-0 or will this be a 1-1? We'll have to check as we go into the battlefield.
Into the battlefield we go, as this is the last game of their 2-game series between each other. Vino will help Pao secure a little bit this mid lane, and this has been the usual trend for most of the teams, making sure that you secure a wave of minions for your mid laner, and then you have to transition into the jungle to get the buff, because
Yes.
right then you're already at level 2. It means that you have 2 skills to take out the red buff already as soon as possible, and then you can transition into more gold for your team,
Yes.
like what they're doing right now.
So far, though, we haven't been seeing invades in the jungle areas of the teams. Meanwhile, we can see Ikem actually hiding in the bushes in here. Might initiate a clash, but they will be backing away. Not a lot of damage. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, looks like something is happening.
It is gonna blow out pretty soon, but fortunately for the show, it is still very early. No, not much skills from VND. They will get out of harm's way. And they will just get away from that. Up top as well, a little bit of a tussle right there. It's really curious to see that the Saber will be here in the mid to go up against the Kagura.
And we can see here, Vino still sustaining the damage coming up from this Harley. But, of course, this Harley, you might not be able to get him down because the damage not yet too much. Sangmu, though, will have to go under turret to sustain the damage coming up from the members of VND. Looks like VND is up for some objectives this time.
Will be taken, though, as the first blood was from the side of Obstraven after being able to kill off that Hayabusa, I believe, was a kill from the Lolita. But, you know, that's the first kill for Obstraven.
Yeah.
It's not much though, but onto the mid.
Whoa.
Burning as well as high games, pressuring Pau this time. Will not get anything out of it.
Yes, and quite risky to start taking the first turtle for this game time. But it appears though Obstraven is faking the...
Oh, the triple sweep
turtle.
onto Kev. It will not be enough as he gets out Burning though. With a sliver of health. Will survive, gets away. Base will try to help Kev this time. Surviving for it all, but they already took him down. That is 2 kills in favor of Obstraven. Base trying to chase. So 1-for-1 trade-off around the turtle will even favor VND this time as they have secured control of the turtle, so it seems.
Yes, and we can see Hylas has successfully zoned out that Lolita, wanting to, you know, try to actually get or steal this turtle on the hands of VND. Meanwhile, this Hayabusa has just secured the buff on their jungle. However, Mei, using that Harley, actually stole a jungle on the side of VND.
Up top, little bit off dive from Mei, but there is the shadow kill from Jeff. Fortunately, he will get out of Door's pathway. Not the most optimal usage, but he's still chasing onto Mei. Does he have the damage? That's a big question. One more hit will be enough. They take out the Hardy, and that is the second kill for VND. And it's not done just yet. They want to go onto base while Kev works on IKM this time. Basha will be chased down. He will be pulled back, and Basha will also get away. He's very mobile at this rate. Base be controlled by Basha once again. This show, is really giving a lot for his team.
A while ago in the top lane, the chase with the Harley and the
Hylas, yeah.
the Hylas rather. You know, the Hylas was very lucky that this Harley didn't have a skill available to actually escape that.
Exactly, no hat trick for himself.
Yeah.
I think he committed his mobility tools to get the kill, but there's a triple sweep onto Jep. It's just way too much burst coming out from the Harley.
Definitely not gonna survive as he was quite under the turret and pressure there by 2 members of Obstraven. Meanwhile, here in the middle lane, Basha, it seems, is getting crowd control and taking so much damage coming from the hands of VND, and he is gonna slain down by this Kagura.
Will be able to take him out. And now the turret also being forced out by the members of VND, but the top lane already taken out by the Harley. So as far as objectives go, it's still on the side of Raven, but they are trying to take out the tier 1 turret. Nice Ashura Aura from Samwood hitting onto 2, controlling 2 members of VND. But then again, this turret will be taken out momentarily. Mei from the backlines though, as he gets the hat-trick out to just to poke the members of VND, force on the girl's pathway, and they will be safe as of this moment.
Really good defense then on the side of Obstraven, wherein they didn't let members of VND to actually take down the middle lane turret of Obstraven. So pretty successful, but then again, let's look at what is happening here on the second turtle.
Second turtle wanted to be taken by VND, but Obstraven will be here for the contest as well. So trying to take the turtle this time. Basha is here, Burning as well as Ikem. Mei as well is in here as they will try to contest this turtle. They will find Pau this time. The squishy Kagura. Do they have enough damage? Do they have enough lockdown? There is the Shura hitting out the free, and the ultimate from the Akai. They will take out the Kagura, and that is really bad for VND already. They're taking out the turtle as well. Cho will kill off the Alpha. My goodness.
Of VND. while this Hayabusa is actually clearing the waves of creeps there on the top lane. It seems he will be successful in terms of taking down the tier 1 turret on the top lane of Obs Raven.
Now, Ops Raven slowly getting back the control of the game. They were trailing by 1,000 gold a while ago, but because of their maneuvers, because of their objectives, taking the top turret, taking the mid turret, and even the turret, they are now on the lead. Now
This
they want to sandwich them,
Hayabusa.
just jumping from Basha, they will take him out, and that's Hayabusa down. I think Ops Raven will even try to push out the top lane because they do have a lot of members up top.
Yes, and so far, the Lord area right now is being contested by Obs Raven. Well, that's still a bit too far, 69 seconds from now, but it is a good thing you have an upper hand right now in terms of trying to contest one area, especially if that is the Lord area, because, you know, it's quite an advantage. But let's look at what's happening here. In the map right now, basically, well, they're poking each other right now. Not much engagement, probably waiting for the right time.
See if they will find the right time though. Because Ops Raven, they are slowly
Wow,
creeping
four
in. They are going for
members.
the sandwich maneuver. This time, like the Kev, the short aura, and a triple sweep. There is the Lolita casting the ultimate. It's not gonna land, but they will still take out the one. That is the alpha down for the count. Can they get more? They're under the tower. They're receiving so much damage. Samu is down. Basha being chased down by base. But they will focus their attention onto the Lolita. This time, putting up the shield from the backline. A 3-man knockup coming from Basha, but it's already dead. Akai gets the last hit, but brunt of the damage came out from the Kagura.
Well, that was 2 tanks from the side of Obs Raven. That is the reason why VND is actually having a hard time trying to end the fight there on the bottom lane. Meanwhile, although that Harley actually gets the middle lane turret of VND, there are 2 split pushes that is happening on the side of VND as well. Top lane as well as the bottom lane.
And AKM is gonna be the lone defender down bottom, while up top, Jeff will try to survive with the shadow kill, but so much damage from Ops Raven will overwhelm him. IKM though, speaking of so much damage, I think it's not gonna come from it's gonna come from the Kagura, and it will be successful.
And this is so cute. This Akai actually focused firing all alone here in the turret of Obs Raven, and he is actually left alone. But of course, possible survivability in there, and it actually happened. I'm surprised.
He does have the jump, he gets out.
Yeah.
You have trying to split push, doing what the Hayabusa has been doing for the past few minutes up top. Wonder if they will get anything out of it. Seems like they're not gonna get anything out of it.
Alright, so right now, level 1 Lord is currently up. Let's see who's gonna take a risk in actually getting this. But probably a fight might be picked up first. And let's see if this Hylas is gonna initiate that. But nope, Hurricane is ordered to still.
Very crucial objective is this Lord, the level 1 Lord, because it kind of defines whoever gets the further pushes coming up from both teams, because this has been a very close fight. I mean, there's a 2,000 gold lead for Ops Raven, but it doesn't really amount to anything just yet. VND can surely still win fights if they initiate on the proper terms like this one, as they're chasing onto Sangmu. Question is, can they really catch up? Sangmu controls them with the Shura Aura, trying to dash away, but in comes the Kagura as well. All the while that's happening, the Harley already got the one, and Sangmu, can he be taken out? He will be. And there's the Lolita with the ultimate. It lands onto 3 members of VND, but there's no follow-up damage. I think this is just for disengage. And Ops Raven, they will definitely get out. And all the while that's happening, it's gonna be a
I
turret.
think
A
this
tier
is
2
the
turret down
same
mid.
mistake that is VND doing once again. In
Oh,
terms of
no.
focusing on the objectives, they went and trying to chase for a hero kill instead.
And that is really bad. Basha is very low. Yes, he might be the sacrifice for his team, but no, Lolita will be there for the help, and Basha will be safe. Putting up the shield, Mei is also in here to kind of contest VND, put them out of their toes. And you know, Basha is here with his liver of health, still provides a way to control this Kev. While that's happening, the Kagura already taken out. Burning survives. Can he get out? Oh, the Cho finally was taken out by Kev, but this might be an overextension from Kev himself. And they will be able to take out the Alpha. Burning still survives. Can he get out? There's a Shura Aura. I mean, Zagmo will be there to save his teammate. Burning is just luring the attention from Base. And Base No, you have been debated, my man.
Debated, my man. Well, meanwhile, while that is happening, we can see Hayabusa doing a split push there in the bottom lane, while members of Obsraven actually taking in the level 1 Lord. And it appears there won't be any contest or steal by this Vino using this Hylas because he's a tank. Where's the damage that might come out from him? But of course, it's going to be a magic in case there will be a steal here that might come out from this Hylas.
Let's see if the magic will push through, but it seems like it's not gonna happen. Lord will be staying by the Hardy, while I think the Hayabusa was also taken out by Obsraven. This is slowly starting to get worse for VND.
Yes, but at least we can see here a lot of turrets has been taken down. Although the advantage is on Obsraven, I'm pretty happy seeing a lot of turrets down inside of Obsraven as well. Just because I think VND is quite improving in terms of what they are going to do on their strategy. So yeah, we can see here bottom lane, level 1 Lord is walking towards the base of VND.
Obsraven wants to capitalize on this one, but I don't think that's the most optimal Lord that Obsraven could hope for, because it's already pushed out. But then again, they will open up other parts of the map because this poses a threat onto the core, and this means that VND will have to answer nonetheless. Now IKM found by Vino, and of course Obsraven,
2 tanks, very tanky,
very
not
tanky.
much damage, but then again they're going to be bursting out in here.
In comes the rest of VND, but they will still try to salvage this fight for them. Base actually taking so much damage. The Lolita finally taken out, but Base already very low in health. Who gets the last hit? It's gonna be the Saber, and the jumping from Cho connecting onto Base. As look at that, tell me, Base still survives at that guy, but his teammates already down. 2 members of VND killed by the members of Obsraven. Base wants to dip back to the fight this time, but Obsraven will just take the objectives again and again. The mistakes for VND, not prioritizing their objectives, their turrets, and their base is slowly getting into shambles. I mean, you can control base this time forever, but your bases, it will be taken out by Obsraven, and again Obsraven with the will to win. And they win it once more.
You know what? First half of the game, we saw there VND was going for the objectives. However, I think they lost track on what to do, and they were actually going for the kills instead of the objectives. So, but then again, let's look at what our scores are in here right now. Burning getting the MVP, proving me wrong about this Saber.
So it seems.
519, good KDA. We can see a lot of contribution in here.